I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely T-Bomb herself to my right. Yay, clap it up. And we got Lyric in the building also. Clap it up for Lyric. Yes, sir. We got a bombshell. We got a bombshell. We also got the Giz Cast in the building. Cuzzo them in the building. Wifey in the building. Shout out to them. Our lovely guest has made it in the building, so we're about to start the show. Yeah. So welcome to Spotlight Over the City. And first and foremost, let's say happy birthday to the one and only Lyric Hawkins. Happy birthday, babe.
Is it today?
It's tomorrow, but we're gonna start the celebration today. Tomorrow. And so for everybody who wants to come out and party with us, tomorrow we'll be down. Tell them, Lyric, where we going?
We'll be at the park.
We'll be at the park celebrating Lyric's birthday.
Paul Harper, Secret Society, DJ Quicksilver, Mark Barnes and the crew. It's going down.
It's going to be so lit. So make sure you guys get out and party with us. We're going to have a bomb time.
Like litty.
Yeah, it's going to be
I think I'm going to have a drink.
I doubt it's going to be way crazy. I'm going to get you a drink.
Y'all know I don't
doubt
drink, but I got a 2-drink, max though.
So we got to get on with the show because we got some guests today, and so we got to get to it. But, wifey.
Yes.
Hey. How are you?
I'm great.
You ready to do the show?
I am ready.
Got any shout-outs?
I'll stay ready.
You got any shout-outs before we get going?
No, I don't have any shout-outs today, except for Lyric's birthday. I was planning to shout you out anyway, Lyric, just to let you know I was going,
Thanks, T-Bomb.
I was planning to do that anyway.
So happy birthday.
I want to shout out to my my cousins Ann and Lavelle who picked me up off the street today. They hadn't
Why was you
come
on the street, babe?
Well, I was waiting for my Uber driver, and when I saw my cousins pull up, I hopped in the car with them, and I got here on time, y'all.
Hey.
So thank you to them.
And it was free, right?
Yeah. Well, I still had to listen to, Lavelle talking about stuff. But yeah.
So that was the cause.
Yeah, that was the cause.
That was the cause.
That was the cause. He said he could see my bobblehead standing on the corner with my big head. Yeah.
So that's what happened. Okay. So on to Spotlight News, you guys. I'll get the worst out the way first. 18-year-old Lakeith Smith laughs at the judge as he's sentenced to 60 years in prison for being an accomplice. Not the one who did the shooting, not the one who did. Accomplice. 60. He laughed. 60. 60. I don't see nothing funny. He's not going to see nothing funny either now that he's in prison. He thought it was cute when he said it with the judge. Now, let me tell you why I have a problem with this. Because this is in Alabama. In Alabama, they have a law. It's in a lot of states. If you're an accomplice, you get the same exact time, not almost. You get the same exact time as the shooter. You get the same exact time as the person robbed, stole, whatever. So they had a bunch going on: second-degree theft, felony murder, and an armed burglary and a home invasion. Right. So he was with some guys. They had the gun. One person other than him had the gun.
Right.
He was the shooter. They know it, and he still got 60 years. But on top of it, he thought it was funny.
Right,
why do you think he thought it was funny? Why do you think that? Because our young kids are detached.
They must don't
from
value
reality,
life.
and they don't have a lot of value. Right? They don't have a lot of value. They don't have a lot of value when they're in the act. They don't have a lot of value in the street when they're trying to impress their friends. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Most of these young bucks are not built for prison.
Ain't built for that.
See, prison different. So when you get to prison, it ain't funny.
It ain't
county. Because you got somebody ready to press that ass out.
Right.
And you get ready to have a different situation than on the street. Yep. And you can't pull out your pistol. You either have a strong knife game or a good hand game. And if your hand game, if you ain't tight with these or you don't got this here, you gonna be something. And so I'm gonna tell y'all to use that as an example. It's not funny. Don't laugh. Yeah. Don't put yourself in that position. Young boys, if you're hanging out there in the street with your homeboys, just know if they doing something, you might as well have been the one if you was with them. You might as well know it's going to happen to you. You're going to go to prison. Yep. And I don't know if you're ready for that. He's 18 years old. He's not ready for prison.
He think he could do that on his head. That's why he laughed.
I'm telling y'all, 18 years old, he's not ready for prison. He's not ready for prison. He's ready for Boys Village, maybe. He's not ready for prison. It's a little different.
Right.
So moving on. Congrats to Chloe, first of all, on her new baby girl.
Yay.
Right? Shout out to Chloe.
Another
Like to say that.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
Poor Chloe.
Hey, Chloe look cute right there.
Yeah.
Lost the weight, had the baby, blah, blah, blah. But on a sadder note,
Yeah.
Mr. Tristan Thompson of the Cleveland Cavaliers was caught on tape with two, not one, but two women, right? And the incident that, cuz, we're going to weigh in on this, cuz. And the incident that happened right here in the city back in October. He was at there go Christian. He was in a lounge. He had two women. One was slobbing him all in the mouth. The other one was rubbing on his privates. And so it was caught on tape. Actually, Jacob, show this clip. Let's get to the clip. I got a clip I sent in. Let's see if we can get. Let's see
you
if we
got
can
footage?
I have footage.
You have footage.
I just so happen to have footage.
We got footage.
Let's go to the video tape. Okay, Tristan.
They put something in his drink.
That's
they
what
drugged
it was. They
him.
roofied him. Ain't that it?
They gave him they slipped him a Ruthie.
A Mickey? Ruby?
Mickey
doesn't mean he
Ruthie,
did it to them, though.
ecstasy or something.
Is
And
this cheating? Is this cheating, wifey? Is he cheating? He ain't having sex?
Well,
He cheating, cuz?
y'all see, I'm not even going to answer that. Is that cheating?
I ain't never kissed no girl in the mouth.
I know, that's right.
Is that cheating?
is
Well,
that
okay,
cheating?
poor Christian. Okay, we back.
Oh.
Okay.
But you know what
okay. So now y'all weigh in a little bit.
You know what I heard though? The word on the street is
Okay, word on the
that
street.
word on the street is that he was with somebody that he had got pregnant when Chloe stole him from that girl.
Oh, that's not word on the street. That's facts. So it's karma. I feel no
So
way
it's
about what has
karma.
happening to Chloe right
Yeah.
now. I feel
She
nothing about it.
took a
No
man
way at
from
all.
a pregnant woman, and it's
So
right
they
happening
say-
to karma.
The way that you get them is the way that you keep them or lose them.
Lose 'em.
Right? Depends on
Yeah.
how you grab them. So karma is really real.
Yeah.
It's sad to me because Chloe's pregnant, right? She just had the baby. This was happening during that time. That's tough for a woman to have to deal with when she's
I don't
carrying
know,
a
But
baby.
babe.
the
I
last
mean, what-
woman, it was tough for her
Was
too.
it sad for Tristan's other woman when
Yeah, when
Chloe
she was
stepped on?
pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah, she was
And
pregnant.
Chloe stepped on the gas. It was
Yeah.
like, well, so what? He want me, I want
Yeah.
him.
So what you saying is fair exchange, no robbery.
Yeah, I'm just saying, fair is fair.
Well, go around, come around.
Right, fair is fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Lamar
Okay.
sitting over there like this. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
so
Karma.
Yeah.
at the end of the
Karma.
day, though, like, okay, so. Hey, I can't.
like
even-
Chloe
I
too,
tried to
man.
back
I
you.
love
Hey,
Chloe,
Christian, I gotta
but
throw my hands
Coolest
in.
woman
I
in
love
there.
It's a
Chloe,
wrap.
but I think that she just needs to be like, well, what? I mean, like,
So what do you
gonna
do,
do?
What you
babe?
thought?
You pregnant? I creep off. I got these two little cuties, and then one of them slobbing on me, the other one doing something to me. And so you was pregnant, and we was having issues because you was grumpy, and you know how pregnant women do. You give me all kind of hell, and I just went and got me a little relief. I wasn't gonna bang or nothing. I just wanted to see what was happening. Can I still be at the baby shower?
You can still be at the baby shower. You're going to still be in the delivery room and all of that. And then once I snatch back from after I have the baby, then let the games begin.
That's immature. You need to grow up.
So
anyway,
Hey,
Sound good to me.
you with me,
do you
right?
hear these women?
You hear me?
Once
Cuz,
the
do you hear this
snapback,
foolishness?
You hear
But
me,
I
right?
but I don't mean
I'm going to be
Yeah.
like, so this is what we doing, right? Okay.
So what you saying?
Yeah.
Fair exchange, no robbery.
fair exchange, no robbery.
Now I done cried and apologized and did all this. I still
And-
got to
and-
face this.
And there
me.
are some men that like pregnant women, so you probably ain't even got to wait for the snatch back.
You ready to make me ball my fist up on the show?
I'm just trying
I'm
to
getting
tell
mad
y'all.
thinking about it. Like I'm mad right now.
You ain't got to wait on the snatch back.
What'd you say, cuz?
Pregnant women, yeah.
Oh,
See?
hey,
So
cuz,
it's like-
put your hand down. Your wife ain't pregnant. Put your hand down. Okay. Don't listen to cuz. Moving on. Meek Mills. Moving on. Meek Mills. You know what? Let me say this before we go on. I used to be a real advocate hater of New England, right? I don't know. New England Patriots used to drive me crazy. I couldn't stand them. I thought they was over. I love Tom Brady, but then I don't like Tom Brady because they give him so much hype. Okay, but this time, Meek Mills got a visit from Mr. Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. He came there with the Philadelphia 76ers owner, right? He been riding for Meek the whole time, the
he
owner
went
of the
to the jail,
76ers.
to the
Went to the prison. Had
Oh.
on their little tennis shoes and jeans. I said, look at Robert Kraft, old butt, going that joint. But this is what I love. he said that the laws have to change. So when you have billionaires talk like that, then the world has to see it. See, they don't really pay a lot of attention to you when you just small fry.
Yeah,
And when you got
yeah.
2-3 M's, you really small fry. But when you have billions and you have influence, Mr. Robert Kraft, then it's different. So when he visited him, it said a lot. It made a big statement, right? Not that the other billionaires going to waver, but a lot of people that's not billionaires look up to billionaires. So those people saying, wow, maybe we do need to change. Maybe we are a little bit ignorant. Maybe we a lot ignorant. Maybe this is a dumb law to put a person in prison that's a good citizen because he popping willies and violated his probation. That's kind of silly.
It is.
Right? It's silly. So this is why I say salute to you, Mr. Robert Kraft. I'll even say that New England is not my worst hated team anymore because of you, Mr. Kraft. And shout out to the 76ers owner as well. Big thing to do to stand up in the face of opposition, knowing that some of your counterparts might not like that.
I have a question.
Let's rock.
I have a question. Do you think they would have showed up at the prison for Meek if you didn't have big powerhouses like Jay-Z behind Meek and all? If Meek was just, not connected, like Jay-Z wasn't running for him?
It's a no.
I don't think. I think it's a yes. And the reason I
don't
say
think
that
so either, because
is-
every rapper don't get that.
It's
well,
no.
let's just say this. Every rapper don't get that, but Meek Mills found special interest with the Lakers owner. He been riding. He was at the parade. He was there, right? Now, mind you, we're not talking about somebody who need publicity. He's rich. And so he doesn't have rap money. He got like long money. So he doesn't have to impress our little rap clique over here, Jay-Z and all of them. He's straight. So I think that he did it out of sincerity because he took Robert Kraft as a friend. Robert Kraft is a friend of the 76ers owner.
Right.
So this is why he ended up coming in and being a part of it. It wasn't to get publicity because they didn't call media. Media, of course, on it. Anybody visit Meek, they on it. But
Right.
But what
I
I
don't
think what
think that's
Lyric
the
is
case.
asking is, would Robert Kraft or his friend or whoever it is, would they be going to see Stand Long? If you had
you
done the
weren't
same
connected
thing
to
as
Jigga.
Meek Mill, would they be
Yeah.
coming
well,
to see
I'm
the
not
regular
I'm not
average Joe?
I'm not a public figure, a big public figure. See,
Exactly.
what I'm saying, you saying if it was just an average
Right,
person.
if it was just an
well, they
average
wouldn't have
person.
stake in it. They have stake in it because they're all from Philly. This Philly owner is in Philly. Meek is from Philly. And he's saying, I don't like the injustice that's done to this guy. My profile wouldn't have been big. They wouldn't have knew I was in
I'm
prison.
sure he ain't the only one
See?
that popped a wheelie in Philly and got locked
Well,
up.
he's the only one part of the Philly that was a public figure that was rich. That's a rapper,
Yeah.
and then the
Right.
judge has an underlying issue.
Oh, yeah,
See,
now
this judge
the
is
judge is-
yeah, the
is-
judge
yeah.
is tied to this dude Mac. That's a big music producer and a big music mongrel.
The judge
and,
is whack.
And so
Yeah.
the judge has a tie there, and this dude put something in her ear to say, "Screw Meek, let him hold on in there, because he ain't trying to come back over here. He used to manage Meek,
Yeah.
right? And him and the judge cool. This is the issue. They can't come out in the public because then that's a whole nother issue.
whole
But I'm
range of
Spotlight. We
issues.
put the underlying issues on the table here at Spotlight.
We throw it
So
all
that's
out there.
Yeah, we throw it.
We throw it all out
Yeah.
there.
And so at the end of the day, that's exactly what's going on with that situation. We got to move on because we got to get our guests up. This one right here. Love it, 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 love it. This is something that we do every week now. It's called Spotlight Shining Stars. This is my favorite part of the show because it gets to show people who do good things in the community, actually great things in the community, and they mostly young.
Yep.
So let's start off with this 33-year-old Houston native, a single mom of 5 children, Lakeisha Champs, graduated from law school. After having 5 children, she pressed through and graduated at the top 15% of her class.
Yes, she did.
Right?
Yes.
She didn't just graduate. She graduated at the top 15 of her class. 15%, I'm sorry. So the reason I'm stressing this is because this young lady was removed from her home, a drug-addicted mom. This young lady bounced around in foster care, boop, 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 all around.
Right.
People who know, that's
Yeah,
tough.
That's real tough.
Things happen in foster care. We don't have time to get into that, but that's a whole nother situation. Overcame that. Her sister got pregnant at 14, so she had to drop out of school.
Wow.
She got to deal with her sister now. Had to drop out. Shortly after that, her house burned down. She had a husband. 4 of her children belonged to him. He died of cancer.
Oh, snap.
Hell of a ride, right?
Yes.
Why am I telling y'all about this? Why do I have Shining Stars on Spotlight Over the City? Because I need y'all to see that you still can do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It does not matter how much you go through. This young lady's 33 with 5 children.
Press
She's
on.
a single mom.
Yes.
She went to law school and she just graduated. She said, I'm going to be the best lawyer in the world. She's going to be the best lawyer in the world. Shout
She
out to
sure
you, Lakeisha.
is.
You are going to be the best lawyer in the world
Yes.
because you just persevered and you went through some things that most people would quit.
Yep.
They would quit. They would have quit when they
Way
little
back.
sister
Way back.
got
Way
pregnant
back.
and they got in foster care
Yep.
Way
and
back.
all that. Now
Yeah.
the world against me and I
Yep.
don't know what to do. So for those people out who can hear this voice, those people out there that listen to Spotlight and you have situations, I don't know that it's tougher than Lakeisha. If it is, God bless you, but you still can persevere.
Yes, you can.
This young lady did it with
Keep
5 children. Just to have children that had to go to daycare and have one.
It's tough.
It's real tough.
It
That's
is
tough.
tough.
But when you got to deal with 5 and you go to school, and how many people know that law school is a beast? Like,
Yeah.
you got to know something when you go to law school. You hear me?
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Lakeisha. We got to get it moving. So anyway,
Hope she does family law.
yeah,
I hope
Whatever
she
law
does
she
family
does,
law.
she's gonna
that
be
would be
great.
hot.
that
Yep.
would be good.
She could feel that.
So another Houston native, Mr. Michael Brown, he's a Texas high school student with a 4.68 grade average. This young man was accepted not in the 2, not in the 5, not in the 15, but 20 schools
That's
around
right.
the country.
Oh, yeah.
20.
Listen to this real quick.
20.
20, 20.
Yeah.
Not Howard. Love Howard,
HU.
right? But we talking
Yes.
Yale. We talking Princeton.
Yeah.
We talking Harvard.
Ivy
We talking
League
Ivy
schools.
League
Ivy
schools. And some idiot on Fox had the nerve to say, well, it would have been enough if he just would have applied to 4 or 5 schools and got accepted. It still would have been a great feat. Shut your mouth, because you don't know the history of us, and you don't know how hard it is to just go to damn school.
Yeah.
How about
First
that?
of all.
How about
So
that?
what I want you to do is be quiet and let me talk about this young man real quick and tell you why this man should get some glory. This man should get some glory because he came from a school that averaged 34% for the college readiness. That means only 34% of your school is going to even have a shot at college.
Wow.
That's what that means. 34%
Wow.
out of 100. That sucks. So 75%, so close to 80, about 60-some percent is no chance. Beat that odd. Let's go back a little further. 48% of the students are economically disadvantaged. That just means poor as hell. Or from the projects. That's what that means.
Yep.
Right? So now add all this together and tell me, how do you average a 4.68 grade average and get accepted into 20 colleges, including Harvard, Yale, Princeton? How does that happen? You can do it. This is perseverance. This is perseverance. This is people, young people. This is not an old, young, this is a young guy. This young boy right here just graduating high school. So salute to you.
Salute.
Salute
Mr.
to
Mike
you,
Wilson.
Mr. Harvard, Mr. Stanford,
Yes.
Mr. Take Your Pick.
Take
Rule
your
the world,
pick.
baby.
Who said
Hey,
black
Cheryl.
people not smart? Who told y'all that when we had 17 universities before they had one? Who told y'all that? Anyway, Spotlight Sports. Mr. Colin Kaepernick, love you. You already know you the homie
Yeah.
from way back. I know they sick of me talking about you, but I don't like what the NFL doing to my homie. The NFL, the Seattle Seahawks in particular,
Yep.
called him and said, guess what, homie? We want you to be our quarterback. We want you to come on the field and give us a shot, show you what you got. Show me what you got. He said, all right, bet. Got my ticket ready. And then we got to talking a little bit, Seattle. And we started, one person hadn't talked to the other person yet. And once I told the other person that I'm getting ready to get this bushy head boy over here, and we're going to talk about him being our quarterback, the GM said, what? Well, did you ask him about that kneeling mess?
Right.
Did you find out if this Bama going to come up here and kneel on our field? They said, no, we ain't asking that. He said, well, you need to call him back. Well, they called him back. And he said, hell no, I'm going to kneel. I'm going to kneel in practice. I'm going to kneel the first day, the 8th day, I'm going to be kneeling.
Yep.
They
And at
said,
the
well,
Super Bowl.
guess what, Mr. Colin Kaepernick, you won't be on our team kneeling.
Right.
You won't be in the NFL around here. You won't say we got your ass out here kneeling on our field. No, you won't be, because the other owners ain't going to look at us and say, you coward, you let this Negro come and kneel on the field and blah, 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 after Donald Trump told us don't do it.
But why
Guess
you
what,
think they
Colin?
asked him that.
Hey, Mr. Colin Kaepernick, this is what I want you to do. I want you to say to hell with the NFL, and I want you to stay being a leader. I want you to say the NFL is not good enough for you. I want you to say that. I want you to say, if they call me again and they don't talk, I'm going to get them a dumb number. And if they can meet it, I'm going to come. And if they can, I'm going to stay. You know why? Because you're worth more than the NFL.
Yeah.
The NFL going this way. We need leaders going this way. You a leader. I don't need you on the NFL field. I need you out here talking to these young boys and putting some people together.
Yep.
That's what I need you to do. So shout out to you, Mr. Colin Kaepernick. You
Yay.
a bad dude. You know that? You always been a
is.
thorough dude. So don't waver and keep on talking your talk. And guess who's gonna be right there with you talking that talk? Spotlight over
Much
City.
respect to him.
You already know.
Much respect.
Moving on, last one. OKC. This sportscaster right here. I can't blame him though, because this some country mess, right? This country right here. This Bama right here. This is Brian Davis, the sportscaster for OKC. He was so excited because he saw Westbrook dropping buckets. You hear me? Westbrook was going crazy. And guess what he said? He said, man, he done lost his cotton picking mind. Look at Brian. Let me tell you something, Brian. You can't say that, Brian. Listen, Brian, I'm a ride for you on this one, Brian. I know that you didn't mean no harm.
Right.
I don't want them to fire you, Brian.
He ain't mean that.
I really don't, because you just country and slow. Like, I'm country too. So I say cotton picking.
Right.
And I just had to think for a minute when they start riding you, Brian.
So many
I said,
people
you know
say
what?
that. You out of your cotton picking mind.
Yeah,
you too.
I said, so you know what?
You know, it
I'm going to have to
flows,
give
right?
Brian a pass, right? Because that's just some country old people stuff that we say. And so we got it from our ancestors that was old in country. And so they have been dealing with slave masters that throw these terms around, right? Cotton picker. So that's offensive because cotton picking was something that we didn't choose to do, Mr. whatever your name, boy, Brian, whatever. we didn't choose that for ourselves. We actually chose against it. We not really into cotton picking. We like cotton, not the picking. And so at the end of the day, Brian, just let's be clear that a lot of times when y'all say stuff that y'all comfortable with behind closed doors, you have to leave it there.
Yeah.
You have to leave it there. You can't come on TV as a sportscaster and say cotton or picking. Because we don't want to be picking cotton.
Right.
And so, yes, he was crazy, but he wasn't out his cotton picking mind. Because I promise Westbrook ain't picked nothing. No cotton, no nothing. So we know what you meant, Brian. So we're going to want you to keep your job.
Give you
Just
a
come on,
pass.
make a public statement and say, I'm so sorry. I'm just country and old. And I didn't
Right.
know. We need you to do that, okay? And then we're going to be happy. Okay. Let's move on because we have a show to do. That's the end of Spotlight News. That's the end of Shining Stars. Now, you guys, let's get on to the show. So before we go any further, we have a new host. She's in the building. So we're going to go to a commercial. We're going to get her up, and then we also going to bring up our guests. So we'll be right back. Spotlight on the
Right
city.
back, y'all.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. I know we got a whole lot going on, but we got guests today, so we low to give it up for our guests. Welcome to Spotlight.
Yay! Hello. Welcome to Spotlight Over the City, y'all.
Welcome. Before we get started, let me introduce the world. I hope she's framed there. To one of our newest additions to the Spotlight Over the City family, the one and only Mrs. Amy herself. Give it up. Welcome aboard. How you feel to be?
Thank you.
How you feel to be sitting up on the set? Spotlight, family.
It feels good. It feels like family. So I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's
go. So, welcome aboard, guests. We have a wonderful guest today. They have some big things going on. They're doing some amazing things with the kids in the community, and we love it. Strive to Try is the company. And this is a dynamic duo themselves, a married couple, and a plus one. And that's your sister?
Yep.
Okay, so introduce yourselves.
How you doing? I'm Taurus Nelson, co-founder with my wife of Strive to Try.
And I'm Yolanda Nelson, the better half.
Yes, Yolanda.
And I am the amazing sister.
Yes,
Carmen.
you are
The amazing
amazing.
sister.
Thanks
Okay,
for
we love
coming,
it.
amazing
What would they do
sister.
without you?
Exactly. See, my
What would
thought
they do without
exactly.
you?
That my thought exactly. Thank you.
Well,
So-
thank you all for joining us and gracing us with your presence. I was looking at your website, getting excited. Like, wow, this is really good. We need more programs like that. I'm loving it.
So you guys want to tell us a little bit about the program? Starting with you, Torrance, you want to tell us what is exactly Strive to Try?
Well, thank you. Strive to Try is a 501c3 nonprofit that we formed in Prince George's County. And what we do is empower not just youth now, but entire communities to live a active lifestyle. And we do that through various programs that we offer, such as free swim camps, as well as family-friendly races that are, it's the most amazing thing you'll ever want to witness.
Wow, that's pretty hot. So when you say free swim camps, really that free means free?
Absolutely.
Like no money.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean. Like free really means free?
Yeah, so let me explain. So since 2011, we were focused and committing to fill this void in the community. We knew that we could do that using aquatics training.
Yeah.
So we started applying for grants, and we started getting local grants from Prince George's
Smart.
County and partners.
That's
And
hot.
what we would do
Really
is go
smart.
adopt a school or community and give them a 6-week swim camp, 3 days a week for an hour and a half. It's sort of like a boot camp with real aggressive swim coaches that are that teach at the competitive level.
Right.
And they pick up the skills so fast. They really do. And then once we hit about week 3, the fear of deep water is over.
It's over.
We really take the time to monitor their metrics and report on it at the end.
Wow.
And it basically changes the climate inside the household.
Wow.
Okay.
Now, do you all actually teach swimming? Like, do you all swim? Are you all avid swimmers yourselves?
Absolutely.
Really?
All right, so I'll get on mic just
I
a little
see
bit.
she took the mic. Something
right,
going
all
on with this
right.
story.
All
Yeah.
right, all
It's
right.
something that Torrance ain't
We
tell.
gotta
He tell
share
us
some of
something.
this now. All right. Well, my husband has a history. He was a lifeguard. He was a swimmer growing up as well.
Wow.
But he is very humble about it, but he's a 3-time Ironman triathlete himself, finisher.
Wow.
Those who are sure of those.
Hey.
I'm
It took a team.
also-
It took a team. It took a
I'm
team.
a triathlete also as well. We've done marathons, duathlons, things like that, and we saw how the energy was so positive, and teaching. What's that? That mental toughness. And we said, you know what? Let's wrap this up and teach this to kids 7 to 17 years of age in low-income, high-risk areas. That type of demographic, and let's just teach them about more than just health and wellness, but this thing can really propel them in their life goals as they grow. So, you know, that's the main message that we're bringing. In addition to the fact that when we teach these children in this boot camp style method, it really pushes them, but then also they're going home and they're telling their parents about it, and then their parents are seeing them go from fearful to fearless. And then their parents want to say, well, maybe I could do a 3K.
Yep.
And that's exactly what,
That's what
the
happens.
message is, yes.
Yeah.
So
We love it.
It's amazing.
Let's back up a little bit because I had some things to ask personal before we got into the business.
Yeah.
From what I'm understanding, 19 years
years.
married. 19 years.
Oh,
19 years.
19 years.
21 together.
Yes, big ups to
So,
you all.
I know as bad as Terry worries me that I know for a fact 19 years is a hell of a feat.
Yeah.
So let's just say congratulations.
Yes,
But what's the
definitely.
secret? What is the big secret? Do you guys do a lot of work together? Do you guys have separate missions, or you just come together? How does that work?
I think taking time for our relationship every day, and we've never stopped dating, and of course keeping God first,
Hello.
keeping
like
God
that.
first.
Yeah,
So,
one time for that.
so
yeah.
important.
He keeps me centered, and I know I keep him grounded.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You already know, huh?
Yes, Shalonda.
I'm gonna be the only
agree.
one who's gonna tell him exactly the way it is, just like he's gonna tell me, and keep it right.
Yeah.
So we just try to remain true to each other, and I think that really exudes
Yeah.
from the both of us. So that love, let love shine. So we just spread the love. That's all.
And it
I
allows
love
us
it.
to work on a lot of projects together. You know, we really enjoy each other's company, and we bring different aspects to it. So, you know, whatever projects we tend to work on, we have both
Work
perspective
together.
from it.
Yeah.
And it really, like she says, counterbalances everything
So
else.
you don't have one person who's like the boss. It's just, you know, you all bounce
We
off of
work
each other.
together.
It's truly.
She's got so many strengths that, you know, I'm a great support at time, and it goes back and forth.
I love it. So you were military.
Yes.
So you should be the disciplined one.
Yes.
The more disciplined one, should I say.
Right.
Okay, because that comes from the military. So how does that come into play with the strive to try thing? Are you kind of the more disciplinarian towards the kids than wifey, or do you do you keep a yoke?
Our
more-
camps are pressure free.
Yeah.
It's a very calm environment in there. When we say boot camp, we just talking about as far as the style and the keep giving repetitive
Right.
direction. You know, it's not just coming in. We're going to put our face in the water and do that for 6 weeks. You know,
Gotcha.
we're going to really get drills and tips and tricks and really apply those throughout the camp.
Wow.
But we really encourage them to have fun. If it's something that they're fearful of, you know, we make sure we attend to that as well. You know, we've got everyone from a wide array of people. She's been an educator in Prince George's County for over 20 years, so she knows how to communicate through all ranges.
I work with a lot of the parents and the children, so it's
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the staff.
So what age do you guys normally start at? Like, if you have a child and you want to, it's 7.
Yeah, so we do 7 up to 17.
7 to 17.
And so what they are various camps, and then as they start to get to certain ages, we allow them to get involved with our youth-friendly races. They call
Gotcha.
Splash and Dashes. So since we're an official USA Triathlon organization, we took the bike portion out because, you know, where we are, we don't have a whole bunch of bike lanes.
Yeah.
They're pretty pricey. And, you know, don't want to deter people from the sport. But when we just say Splash and Dash, where you can stand up, you just have to overcome the fear,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then now it makes it all inclusive.
Let me.
So are these just summer classes or camps, or are they all year round?
Well, hey, we're going to speak that into existence that it's going to become all year round.
That's right.
Right now,
Yeah.
it's
That's right.
you know, summer. As far as either late spring or summer, they either run 4 to 6 weeks Each year's it's slightly different, but we really try to get them in right before summer because we're really teaching them those swim safety skills. And that's primarily what it is, and hence our name, Strive to Try. So it's getting in there, overcoming that fear, and saying, you know what, I'm going to work this out here. I'm going to overcome my fear. I'm going to go ahead and try as many laps as I can. I'm going to get on my back. If I'm a little fearful, I'm going to kick. You know, it's just a matter of giving them the basic swim safety skills. And then our splash and dash at the end of the camp allows them the opportunity to show off what they learned. So they go through the swim. They go through a small transition to a run, and then at the finish line, they get a medal and a T-shirt with lots of confidence.
Yeah, the most amazing thing you'll ever
Let
want
me
to
ask you a
witness.
quick question. Do you find that a lot of people in our community don't know how to swim or don't want?
The numbers are alarming. It's alarming
Yeah.
to see, you know, how that phobia is passed down through generations.
Yep.
And this is where we feel like this is where our mission and true passion is, which is to kind of provide opportunity.
Right.
And we kind of take out those barriers, whether it's financial, whether it's transportation.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is, you know, just bring the camp to the communities
Right.
where all they have to do is
Yeah.
just come downstairs.
Just
You know those
come-
pools
Yeah,
that are in the
because
project?
it's-
That's
Yeah.
right.
We bring the program
That's
to
right.
those
That's
schools.
right.
Okay, so that's how that
definitely.
works.
That's
But
there.
you know, also across the street at Howard University, they make you take swimming when you go to the university. Now, I myself changed my whole major so I didn't have to swim because I was grown by that time, and so the fear, like you said, it becomes generational. But one thing I did do was break that and make sure my child
That's
knew
right.
how
Absolutely.
to swim at an early age.
That's what I did.
So
My
that she
kids
could
are really
save
good
me.
swimmers, but I'm not.
So she could save
And
me.
it's a one-on-one, you know,
Yeah.
mental game. You know,
Yeah.
just to
It
try to
is.
figure out how to overcome the challenge. You know,
Yeah.
versus if you're in a group sport, you know, you only have to participate this much and only have this much influence in it. Where when you're in the water, it's just, you know, you versus yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
like that.
how amazing it is when the children see someone like themselves in the water. You know,
And
as
see
far as
someone-
when they see,
Yeah.
And see someone like them coaching them.
Right.
Yeah.
right? Because we have some youth that came through our program that actually have come back and taught the younger ones as well. That's this summer we have
cool
about
is that?
three
Yeah,
or
yeah,
four
we
of them,
employ them.
coming back. We
Yeah.
employ them; they become lifeguards, etc. So
Oh, that's
it's a
nice.
wonderful
I like that.
progression.
Super cool.
That
So
is
what's
really
your guys'
cool.
overall mission? Like, what do you plan to do overall from here to like where you guys trying to take this whole situation?
Well, we believe we kind of developed a model here that's scalable enough to be placed in any environment. Last year, we did it inside of a public school with Prince George's County. This year, we're bringing it to an apartment complex. So we believe this is something that we can fill in the void nationally, and that's our vision and goal as far as kind of bringing that health and wellness at an early age, giving them opportunities, and letting them blossom from there.
I love it. I never learned how to
Yeah.
swim myself. I'm not the best swimmer, so I remember being thrown in the pool with my clothes on
know
because
one
everybody
thing,
think I'm an
I'll make
athlete.
sure I'm not next
They
to
threw me
you
in the
right
pool with my clothes on, and that's how everybody found out I couldn't swim. swim because
T-Bone, you
yeah,
can
it wasn't
swim,
cool.
right?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes.
we all drowned.
Yeah, not
You got
at
to
all.
come out and do one of our splashing acts.
Yeah, so I missed the
You have
program
to.
totally,
We all
right?
need to-
You have
we all
to.
need to come to your camp because we all going down.
Yeah, we need to come to the
The
big
age
boy camp.
limit is 17, so I missed it by like 3 years.
There you go.
We're training right now.
Okay.
So this year we decided to have the adults get involved with the program and get, you know, just to get off the couch.
By popular demand, a lot of adults, after they've seen our races, the splash and dash races would get a lot of attention. They didn't really see too much of the camp, but when they would see the splash and dash race and see these kids working so hard, come across the finish line, they say, "Have you ever thought about doing this for adults?" And we said, "You know what? We've heard this now for almost 3 years. So
Yeah.
guess what? This year, what is it? June 16th."
Yeah, we had 3 races.
We have 3 races. We have one June 2nd, June 16th, and July 8th. The June 16th race is dedicated to our kids and adults. So right now, we're training right now. I'm coming out of retirement, and I'm going to go ahead and do splash and dash as well. We're going to get in that water, and we're going to do it as well. Set the example. Come
I
on
got
out.
my bikini ready.
Come on
You ready?
now.
I got my bikini ready.
You got to have
But
a
you gotta learn how to
swimsuit.
swim.
No, you
You know
don't.
what? You can stand. You can use any stroke.
It's like those mud and fun runs.
Okay.
It's going to be along those lines. It's just get in there,
Get in there,
walk it
do
if
what
you
you
have
can
to,
do.
do what you
Yeah.
have to do.
Because
Splash
older
and
people, we
dash.
need to be active too, right? We gotta
Come
stay
on.
active as you get older. That's why we
And
keep
these
on
are the
trying to tell
years.
Lavelle. We gotta stay active. I work out. I be calling him. What we gonna do, cuz? I be like, what we gonna do, cuz? Let's go splash and dash. We need to work out. Get some laps in.
Come on now, it could be a great.
Oh, I was talking to Lavelle. Who said that? Yeah,
Lavelle,
so
you can swim really? You're a good swimmer?
Get your teams
What about
together.
you?
Come on, get your team together.
get you a
You a good
team,
swimmer, that's
and
right.
you know I'm gonna learn just so I can compete.
Well, this team ain't gonna
I'm gonna learn how to swim.
swim.
So anyway, you guys, we love the program that you guys are doing. Anything else? You guys have any more questions before we get into the where we can contact them and all the information? We want to make sure we ask.
Yeah, because I was getting
You
ready
want to know
to
if
say
you're too
because-
old to learn how to swim? You saying?
Well, I do believe that, but
Just jump your ass in
I'm
there,
not-
lyric.
but
Just
no.
jump on in there.
We got our ambassador over here.
because no, I definitely
There you
wanted
go.
to ask because there I see little babies, in water, and I was told that they can swim like just automatically, know how to swim. So, that scares the mess out of me. But have you ever thought about working with children under the age of 7 when it comes to that?
Well,
program for them,
Actually,
rather.
this year, because of the way we inserted ourselves into the summer camp program at that apartment complex, we'll actually be lowering the limit. So now we'll be dealing with 5 to 6. So we're kind of, scaling our program
Wow.
enough to be
Gotcha.
able to accommodate
Right.
the younger ones. Yeah. So like I
Gotcha.
said, we've been doing this for a number of years, and each year we come back
Get
and do some
stronger
after
and
actions on how we
stronger.
can make it more.
But babies do have those swim instincts because I can
Yes.
tell you that when my daughter was like about 9 months maybe,
Yeah.
her dad threw her in like about 8 feet of water because he
You ain't
believed in
fight
that.
him?
Huh?
You didn't fight him for doing it?
You don't even want to know what happened, but he did throw her in, and she never had a swim lesson. We all panicked except him. He said, she gonna come up, and she did. She came on up. I mean, she really did. So they have these instincts
My
that we
nerves
don't
wouldn't have been
have.
able to
Swimming is
take
so
that.
natural.
Yeah, I don't know if I could
It's just
take that.
such a
I don't know if I
natural
could
feel
take
to
that.
feel
My
free
nerves,
water.
beefing.
that was pretty tough. But I'm just letting you know that infants.
But I did hear that,
Now, once
though.
kids get fearful,
That's
they
when
get a
the
little
problem
older and they're
comes
fearful.
in.
But when they're like that, they have these instincts.
So what does that teach you about fear?
Ooh.
It's learned behaviors, right? It's learned
Learned
behavior. And without it, you can do whatever, right?
That's
a
a good
habit.
one, Stan.
Well, why don't you all tell everyone where they can find you on all your social media and how they get, if parents are interested, parents that you're listening and you're interested, pay attention because they're going to give you all the details right now.
Somebody on Facebook said, use a floating device. That's what I said.
Put the floaties on. Yeah.
We have those too.
Yeah, we have those too.
At
how
the
we start.
races.
Oh, we
I
good.
remember being a
We
kid
good.
standing up in the pool doing like this, and I thought I was fooling everybody because I didn't know they could see my legs. And then as another summer went and everybody was looking like, no, Stan, you walking. I was like, oh.
Well, you can come on and you can go along with Carmen here. She's our ambassador. She's been posting up on Facebook where you can find us at Strive to Try. And that's our handle for Facebook, Twitter,
You all, that's
Instagram.
STRIVE, the number
two.
TRI.
Yes.
Right.
So
T-R-I.
you can go ahead and join Carmen's journey.
Follow my journey, because I'm going to tell you I am a couch
Oh, here we
potato.
go.
Okay?
There you go.
I am
Gotcha.
a couch potato. I like to Netflix and chill often. So they have inspired me. My son has gone through the program. I've been there when the kids come across the finish line and
Yeah.
to see the look of accomplishment on their face and to feel that joy that they have, that they know that they've accomplished something for
Yes.
themselves, by themselves. It matters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I
Kudos.
guess my part of this is to get the parents to adopt that as well. I mean, I think once we get a certain age, we all forget how to play, how to have fun, and that we can still, like you were saying earlier, you can still push through any adversity that you have in your life.
Yeah.
It also
And-
offers them the kids a good way to get from in front of electronics.
Exactly.
To get out and get active and
Exactly.
get exercise.
And there's
Helps
more
the
than
kids
base
to have-
basketball and football.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Because that's all we did as kids. You
That's
know,
it.
now the kids are stuck here.
Yeah,
And
stuck.
when we were kids, we were outside being physical, playing football,
Exactly.
basketball,
They don't even go
baseball.
outside.
They don't even go
Exactly.
outside. They take a
Yeah.
controller outside to go to someone's home to do
Right.
this.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
That's it.
And so we had to get more active kids. You got to
Great
get your
job,
kids out
guys.
there.
I
But
like
how,
it.
We love
how
that
are we gonna
program.
how are we gonna inspire them to do that? I'll tell you how, by doing it ourselves. If they see us playing, if they see us having
doing it.
fun, if
Absolutely.
they see us
That's right.
striving, then they'll want to strive too.
That's right.
So we're trying to encourage parents to come on out. Believe me, it's a struggle for me. So I'm striving.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it.
I'm striving.
You
And
going to
we
So
do it?
if I
encouraging
can
her.
do it, trust me, you can do it
That's
too.
right.
Get that
That is
kickboard
right.
and come on out.
That's right. I
That's
like
right.
it, like it, like
So
it.
make sure you guys follow. Make sure you guys get your kids involved. Make sure you get involved. Make sure
Yes.
you be active. We have to be
Such
active.
a great program.
People
We've
are
gotta
falling out
support it.
dying today at 30, 35,
Oh, they going
younger.
down. Yeah.
People are really
Yes.
dying. So we have to really get to a point where we don't allow that. So we do have tickets, you guys, before we go. Let me see.
We
We
giving
have
them
2
away today?
tickets. We were supposed to give these away today. We're going to give out the clue. And next week at the beginning of the show, we're going to give away 2 tickets to the Derby. These are tickets to the Derby on May the 5th.
Yes.
You cannot buy tickets anymore because it's sold out. So we have 2 tickets for someone to win. And all we want you to do is call in next week and tell us 1 or 2 things, depending on the question. A, what is the nickname of Mr. Thaddeus Green? B, what is the name of his company? If you can tell me one of those answers, you can call in today if you want. We don't have much time now. So next week, if you know the answer, next week, we're going to have the drawing. We're going to give away the tickets. Who's Mr. Thaddeus Green's? What is his nickname? What does he go by? Or what is the name of his company? If you could tell me that, right? Make sure you don't forget, next week, call in. The numbers are going to be on the screen next week.
I
Oh.
want to tell you all about something fabulous that I'm going to be participating in tomorrow, Saturday. It's called A Woman's Voice Annual Conference, and it is everything family, married couples. My good girlfriend, sister girlfriend, Nakia, and her husband Bishop, they are really putting on a really fabulous conference Saturday. So I really want you all, we've got on the screen here, we've got all the information. There's going to be a lot of fabulous speakers there. They're going to do some breakout sessions.
Yep.
I am so looking forward to it, and I'm so super proud of you, Nakia, for putting this on. She was on WYCB this morning with Winston Chaney talking about Saturday's events, and it is going to be a phenomenal lineup of all types of things. So you can come as a teenager. They've got things to talk about for children, blending families.
Which is a big deal.
Everything
Yeah,
that you
very
can
big.
think of, that we are struggling through in our communities as parents and as married couples, it's going to be going on Saturday for a Woman's Voice Conference, April the 14th. So please show your support. You can still get tickets, and the information will be on Spotlight Over the City's page.
And before we go, we have a sponsor, by the way. DeMarco Solar is our sponsor. Make sure you guys come out Saturday if you can. We having
that's right.
We having
Customer
a
appreciation.
customer appreciation day at DeMarco Solar, Forestville Mall.
Saturday
Make
at
sure
4,
you guys
right?
get out there. It's at 4 p.m. It starts at 4 p.m. DeMarco Solar is in Forestville Mall on Saturday at 4 p.m. It starts. They're going to have some food and this and that. And they're also doing a play, so they're going to have people from the play doing a meet and greet at DeMarco Solar. So shout out to Big D. What's up, Big D? And
Y'all
make
see
sure
we
you
just
go
had
get
the
some
big
gear. Got
director,
some new
Vernon
stuff out.
Walk in the building. Hey, Vernon. Hey, fam.
Hey. Shout out to Mr. Vernon Williams and that whole cast.
We got
Everybody's
celebrities in the building.
Yeah, man. Everybody in the
We
building,
got
man.
everybody
Spotlight
come
over
to
the city. So
Spotlight.
we
Got
want to shout them
celebrities
out.
in
They
the
did a
building.
big thing. The play was a smash. If you guys didn't go out to the play at the Lincoln
shame
Theater,
on you.
you guys missed it, man. Shout out to the Party Crashers, too, and everybody. Raheem Devon. Shout out to that whole clique. They was bomb. The play was bomb. It was super funny. Cuzzo Lavelle Long and also Mr. Vernon Williams Presents did that. And the Giz is up next, MGM Grand. Make sure you guys
August.
stay tuned. August what, 28th? 18th.
August the 18th.
Can I get a
y'all.
roll?
The Giz.
So this is what's going on, you guys.
I want to roll. Can I sing or something?
You
know, you can sing.
hold the mic.
Oh, you know I could bust a hot 16 though.
Just give him 8.
Get
Go ahead, take us out. Take us out right now with a hot 8.
out of
Drop
here.
something.
Yeah,
for your birthday.
Yeah,
do
come
it.
on.
Do it. I dare
Happy
you.
birthday, Lyric.
I dare me.
Yeah,
I
Buck,
double
give
dare
us a
you.
rhyme.
Do it.
This up and coming woman is about to create ya and paint a perfect picture in a state of Mother Nature. Or where the rain. I ain't messing with
Hey, only here Spotlight over the city, man. Do our guests want to get one more? You got anything else you want to say before you guys get out of here?
Yeah, please follow us on social media. You'll see the dates and events that we have that's up and coming. We got a fundraiser. Like I said, we got tons of races that the family, everyone can get involved with. Please strive2try.org.
Okay,
Thank
the
you very
fundraiser
much.
will be on the page also. You guys have that posted.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you guys so much
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
a part of the Spotlight
Thank you.
family. We
Thank
enjoyed
you.
you guys.
Thank you.
Clap it up once again for our guests.
Yay.
Shout out to. We have a full studio guest. We have a full house today. Shout out to Mr. Vernon Williams once again, and Cuzzo, Lavelle. We have everybody in the building. So shout out to them for coming through Spotlight as well. We love you guys. We thank you guys for tuning in, man.
Thank you.
And we definitely appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in next week. We have another amazing show.
Yep.
Who's our guest?
Our guest next week.
Well, we're going to figure it out next week.
I'm not here.
Hey,
you know
I'm-
what, you all? I'm not here next week.
Oh,
Okay.
T-Bomb.
Well, we're
T-Bone
going to hold
is
it down.
Not here next week. Y'all got to hold it down for me
Yeah,
next
T-Bone
week.
going to be out cheating on us next week, but that's okay. She'll be back
Yep.
after that. So you guys make sure you tune in next week. We got to get out of here.
T-Bomb.
But on that note, before we go, you know how we send it off. Love hard, live good,
God
first. Spotlight over the city.
Spotlight on the city, baby.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep my